Welcome to another episode of Legal Insights with Barrister Garn. I'm your host, Barrister Garn from Siam Centre Law Group. Today we will be delving into the complexities of fighting drug cases in Thailand. So, let's jump right in. One of the primary challenges in defending drug cases in Thailand is disproving the ownership of drugs seized by the police. This can often be a daunting task, considering the evidence presented by the prosecutor. Drug cases in Thailand primarily revolve around the sale and distribution of drugs, with varying penalties depending on the nature of the offence. Possessing drugs for personal use may result in a criminal charge, but if found guilty of possessing drugs for sale, imprisonment is almost certain. In the past, Thai laws held decisive assumptions regarding drug possession for sale. For instance, any amount of pure substance exceeding 0.375 grams of certain drugs like heroin or methamphetamine was automatically deemed possession for sale. However, recent amendments to the drug laws have abolished this presumption, allowing defendants to argue that the drugs were for personal consumption. There are four main points to consider when building a defense that the drugs were for personal use. Firstly, accidental arrest can be a strong argument. If the arrest occurred at a police checkpoint, or as a result of a random encounter, it may suggest that the defendant was not involved in drug trafficking. However, if there was a prior investigation linking the defendant to drug-related activities, it becomes harder to establish a defense of personal use. Secondly, the testimonies given during the investigation stage hold significant importance. Testimonies admitting to drug sales and providing details about buying, selling, and quantities can be detrimental to the defense. Such details are recorded and presented in court, making it difficult to argue for personal addiction. The third point to consider is the amount of drugs seized. While the recent law amendments provide opportunities to challenge the presumption of possession for sale based on quantity, it doesn't guarantee success in every case. As a defense lawyer, it is crucial to understand the threshold that can be effectively challenged. If the amount exceeds what is considered reasonable for personal use, it becomes challenging to argue against possession for sale. Lastly, the defendant's occupation and income history can be influential factors. If there is a prior history of drug-related activities or a substantial income inconsistent with personal use, the court may conclude that the defendant possessed drugs for sale. Therefore, exploring the defendant's occupation and income becomes vital in such cases. And that concludes our discussion on fighting drug cases in Thailand. Remember, building a strong defense requires meticulous examination of the circumstances and evidence presented in each case. Thank you for tuning in to Legal Insights with Barrister Garn. I hope you found this episode informative and insightful. If you have any legal questions or topics you'd like me to cover in future episodes, please feel free to reach out. Until next time, I'm Barrister Garn from Siam Centre Law Group, signing off.